Hey, get the book at thugnotesbook.com.
What's good, young thugs? This week we're keeping it church with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. War is raging through the streets of London, so the Pevensey kids Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy gotta pack up their and head to the boonies to live with crazy Professor Kirk. Little Lucy just scoping the crib and decide to hop up in her brother's wardrobe. When zap, girl in a magical forest up in this magical hood called Narnia. Whoa! Lucy rolled up to a lamppost and started conversating with a fawn named Mr. Tumnus. Mr. T like, wanna pull up some tea over at my crib? Oh, alright. Word. Thing is, though, Tumnus ain't just having a girl over to do some sipping. Nah, he break down and tell Lucy that he was plotting to turn her over to the evil White Witch. This bad bitch been ruling over Narnia for years and using them swole powers to make it always winter but never Christmas. That's some bullshit. Tumnus gonna hand Lucy over, but since she's so damn real, he let her go. When Lucy pop out of that wardrobe and start telling everybody else about Narnia, they all like, girl, is you rolling? Especially her bro Edmund. Later, while the kids playing hide and seek, Lucy and Edmund get all up in that wardrobe and zow, back to Narnia. Edmund forgets all about his little sister and starts flying solo. Out of nowhere, the White Witch rolls up on him and girl slips him some magical Turkish delight. That's that dank. He like, lady, give me some more of that. But she say, nah, playboy, I ain't giving you until you bring all your brothers and sisters to me. You do that, and I ain't only gonna give you all the Turkish delight you want, but I'll make you prince of the land. Sounds pretty tight to me. After some hardcore chilling with Mr. Tumnus, Lucy find Edmund and they head back home. But Edmund keeps his mouth shut about the witch. Back at the crib, Lucy like, guess where we been, bitches? Narnia! Back me up, bro. Tell him. But Edmund like, psh, I don't know what this girl talking about. If you ain't figured it out yet, Edmund's a dick. So Peter and Lucy hit up the doc and ask him who to believe. Professor Kirk gets real with him and say, one, who you really gonna believe? Lucy or Edmund? And two, maybe everyone should just mind their own damn business. Nice. Eventually, all four of them kids go through the wardrobe and head to Tumnus' pad. But turns out that horny brother got by the law for being tight with humans. Later, they hit up the house of Mr. Beaver, who laid down some cold prophecy. The only way to defeat the White Witch and her bitch-ass magic is for 4 humans to take the throne. And according to Mr. Beaver, she ain't even a legit ruler of the land. The real dude in charge is Aslan the Lion. And ain't nobody seen this player for years. But word is, he back in town. Jonesing to live the baller's dream, Edmund sneaks out to the White Witch's place to get some more sweets. But she like, boy, didn't I tell your dumb ass to bring the kids with you? She just about shits herself when she learns that Aslan back. Oh yeah, Aslan! He back. Back at the beaver digs, Lucy started looking around and realized that Edmund pieced out all shady like. Big Beef say Edmund must have sold their asses out to the White Witch. And like, she probably know where we are, so we best book it out of here before she come up in here and my shit up. Let's go find Aslan. While they on the road, they see that the snow's starting to melt, cause the White Witch's power over the land be slipping. All of a sudden, they run into motherfucking Santa Claus. Old Papa Christmas slanging presents like he do. Lisa get a dagger and some magic drink that can heal the injured. Susan get a bow and a special horn. And Peter get a pretty tight sword and shield. When they little crew reach the stone table where Aslan done set up shop, everybody meet the big lion himself and agree he's a pretty trill dude. But when the queen's top dog, a wolf named Margaret, drop in and try to murk Susan, Peter like, hell no, and ghosts that pooch with his blade. A crew of Aslan thugs follow another wolf back to the queen and save Edmund right before the witch was about to ice that boy. Edmund gets back to Aslan's spot, but then the queen herself roll up and say, yo, Aslan, don't your stupid ass know that according to some old ass law called deep magic, that I got the right to kill Edmund since he's a little snitch, and snitches get stitches. Every traitor's ass belongs to me. And if I don't get it, all of Narnia gonna get wrecked by fire and water. Aslan like, girl, can I holler at you for a second? After they done conversating, the queen decides to just chill and let Edmund live. That night, though, Aslan creep out of the camp, but Lucy and Susan hot on his trail. Turns out, Aslan gonna trade his own life for Edmund's. Way to f shit up, Edmund. Whitey and her crew treat Aslan like shit. Call him a pussy? Seriously, check out page 153. And finally, shank his lying ass. Woo! He dead. But don't trip, because after some tears, a few rope-eating mice, and a stone table breaking, we find out that Aslan comes back to life. Apparently, Aslan f***ing with an even deeper magic from way, way back before there was even time. So Lucy and Susan ride Aslan back to the Queen's castle when Aslan starts healing people who've been turned into statues. Aslan gets all these peeps to meet up with Edmund and Peter, who trying to wreck shop on a white witch with an army of their own. After the dust settle, the Pevensey kids sit their asses on them thrones and become the kings and queens of Narnia. Swag. Aslan about to leave when the kid's like, Aslan, don't leave. And Aslan like, bitch, I'm fucking Aslan. I'll do what I damn well please. Years later, they all find a lamppost and zoop, they back in the real world as kids. They like, yo, Professor, you ain't gonna believe the shit we just seen. Brother like, word, I bet you gonna be back there soon enough. With all this talking animals and magic jive, it sounds like old CS might have been hotboxing his wardrobe. But according to Lewis, the whole idea started with an image in his mind of a fawn packing an umbrella and parcels cruising through some snowy woods. And on the real, C.S. Lewis actually pulled a Professor Kirk living in the country during the war and giving evacuees a place to crash. Apparently, one of the kids staying with him was always asking Lewis about his wardrobe. So... But this book ain't just about saving children, but saving them, straight Jesus style. Cause you know C.S. Lewis like to keep it church. All the backward ass shit that Edmund do in the book, repping the ways that humanity can be tempted into a life of sin. And that even though the man upstairs gonna forgive you, you might have to beast through some gnarly shit to get there. The cross ain't light. Nah, I mean, just look at Edmund. After the White Witch promised him a life of sitting high, ball on the throne, grubbing on dank sweets all day, every day, brother ready to backstab his own fam like it don't even matter. Thing is, Edmund don't even get close to living that high life. What C.S. preaching here is that a life of sin may seem like it's gonna give you the life of your dreams, but truth is, it never do. There's only one hustler that can give you legit joy in life. Aslan, the nappy Jesus lion. Just peep these similarities between that puss and the big JC, son. Aslan sacrifices himself to save someone else. He gets hated on right before his death. They roll Aslan over on his back and tied all his four paws together, shouting and cheering as if they had done something brave. Though, had the lion chosen, one of those paws could have been the death of them all. But he made no noise, even when the enemy straining and tugging pulled the cord so tight that they cut into his flesh. Plus he gets resurrected. And with that resurrection, lays down a new code, a divine code that makes magic look like it ain't. Lion Jesus even used his breath to turn the White Witch's statues back into living creatures, which is an analogy that Lewis actually used in his book Mere Christianity. And that is precisely what Christianity is about. This world is a great sculptor's shop. We are the statues, and there is a rumor going around the shop that some of us someday gonna come to life. And if all this holy rolling ain't obvious enough, Lewis say in Voyage of the Dawn Treader that Aslan got a different name in our world. Someone who arrived in our world the same time as Santa Claus, was a son of an emperor, was murked for someone else's fault, came back to life, and is sometimes referred to as a lamb. I wonder who he talking about. But look, just because we got a bunch of similarities like these, don't mean we dealing with a straight up allegory. There's some pretty important differences. For one, Jesus died for everyone in the hood, whereas Aslan died just for Edmund. As Lewis say, the Chronicles are supposal. What he meant by that is this. Suppose that the Christian God had created a whole different world that needed rescuing. How might he go about saving that world like he saved ours? Truth is, what really matters is the message. There's a right path to go down, but for some reason we don't always take it. Homie's gonna trip, and we're gonna need the love and sacrifice of somebody else so we can get back to rolling righteous. Thanks for tuning in, my well-read ballers. Now listen up. You may be surprised to hear that the Chronicles of Narnia was banned from schools for depicting mysticism. If you want to hear more about other literary works that caught some major heat, head over to All Time 10s for the top 10 banned books in schools. Click right here to go check them out, And be sure to subscribe when you're over there. Peace, y'all.